Hey guys, so this is going to be a little bit different of a video than you're used to, but throughout 2020 I was compiling an album of the favorite photos I took for each roll I shot, and 2020 finished, so the album's finished, so I thought I'd share them with you guys for a video, so let's just hop right into it. So first photo here, my friend and I, it was the 1st of January 2020, we decided to go out and just take photos of me and all my snowboarding gear at the beach because I thought it was so out of place. But another thing I wanted to make a statement with this photo was the idea of it was like where I'll go when the snow melts, because I compete in snowboarding, I love it, been doing it a long time, but you know, climate change and all that, super detrimental to the sport. This was shot on a Fujipro 400H on a Canon AE1 at sunset. So next one, I was in Flagstaff, Arizona at Snowball. I was riding, we had a competition there. The people in these photos are from all different places of the world. So the middle guy, red beanie, that's my friend Rob, he's from Australia. He's currently an all-American Australian athlete because he's just crazy good at snowboarding. Then we have Hannah and Hallie on the right side, and Lucas in the yellow, Andrew to the right of Rob, he's my college roommate. We have Karch on the left in the blue, and then we have Max on the left in the black sweatshirt, and we're all just hanging out in between competitions in the back of my car, getting a snack, getting a drink, you know, whatnot. And that was just a good day. Love that photo from this roll because it just encompasses friendship, and that was shot on Kodak Portra 400 on another Canon A1. Here we jump to April because the COVID scare started happening. The guy giving a hug to the girl in the yellow, that's Rob. He had to go back to Australia because he's here studying abroad, but obviously that system got shut down because we all had to get moved online. So he had to go back to Australia early, and it was really, really sad. That's also shot on a Fujipro 400H Canon A1. See a theme, I got really into that film stock for a minute. This was shot in July of 2020. We worked together at a restaurant in Malibu, and I like the silhouette in this photo. At the moment, it felt kind of dark because all this COVID stuff was happening. Restaurants were getting shut down, and for a minute, it felt like humanity disappeared. So that's why I kind of chose to silhouette her in this photo instead of actually capturing her. And this was shot on Fuji Superia Extra 400 on a Canon AE1 again. This was shot in July 2020. That's my friend Zach, he's my best friend. We took a trip to an abandoned water park. He wanted to test out his Nikon. It used to be his grandfather's. It came with a few lenses, so we were switching off between, I think, a 28mm lens and then a zoom lens that I can't remember the dimensions of. I chose this photo just because the composition is super well. I love the coloring of it. Zach is pretty tan. He gets pretty tan, and he's also ripped because he's a workout freak. But yeah, I just like the way that photo looks and the colors of it all. Yeah, so Kodak Portra 400, Nikon FE2. And this is me also at the water park. I have trouble shooting black and white because a lot of the time I'll load it up into a camera expecting to shoot it, but then I don't know what to shoot. Luckily for this roll, I was able to shoot the whole thing during this trip, and I just love the look of it, love the contrast. This was me testing out a flash that I bought, a Canon Speedlight, which I'll probably make a video on how to use flashes for film later on. I turned this into an album cover, actually. I hopped on that album cover trend, and I like the way that turned out. So July 2020, Kodak T-Max on a Canon A1 again, using a Canon Speedlight flash. This is August of 2020. Zach and I were hanging out. I wanted to shoot some more neon because I had shot a few rolls of neon and I loved it. So we were on the boulevard near my house, and I had him stand outside of this tattoo shop. I think it was like midnight. We waited for one car to pass by so I could get those red streaks in there. I think I did like a 4-second exposure. This was Fuji Pro VO100F on an Nikon FE2. This roll was fantastic, and I wish that I was making videos at that time because I love the way every single photo turned out in it. I think this is some ice cream shop or maybe a donut shop, but this is the first time I tested out people with neon because I, for one, wasn't very good at standing still or trying to do a self-exposure because it's just hard to time, so I had her stand in front of it. I love the way it captured the greens and I think it's like a light blue, the red in the background, and the way that it reflected back onto the image through the lens, or the mirror maybe. I'm not sure exactly what the reflection is, but you could see it in front of her. This was shot in August on Kodak Ektar 100 with my Canon AE1. Alright, this is the first time I shot 120mm film. So this was August of 2020 again. And back home I always go to this one shop. It's called Hooper's Camera and Imaging. It's located in Thousand Oaks. Feel free to go and support them if you'd like. They're a fantastic camera shop. I absolutely love them. But the first time I saw a 120mm camera, it was a Rolleiflex, but it was like $500, so I didn't get it. But I went in and I saw Yashica D, and I got super interested, bought it, shot Kodak Ektar 100 for my first roll because I love that film. This roll I didn't do a very good job because it was overcast and I wasn't super great at shooting 120 yet. I also did overscan. I don't know if I should have cropped out the negative or not. I kind of like how it looks there, but for the rest of the 120 rolls I shot, I didn't include the overscan. So, alright, September 2020, I wanted to do some more long exposures. I went down towards Neptune's Net in Malibu. My friend shot this from the back of my trunk. The light just cut off my eyes, so I like the way I'm smiling. I turned this one in an album cover too. My hair was super long at that point. But yeah, I just like, I don't know, maybe like the mysteriousness of it. You can't see my eyes. That's my favorite photo from that roll is Portra 400, Nikon FE2, you know, the whole thing. Alright, October 2020, this is right before I went back to Arizona. That's Audrey outside of her house. I wanted to mess around with some double exposures because I had been doing that recently. This is a fantastic roll. I like the way she posed for it. I love her outfit, and I like how her skin just kind of looks glowing, and I don't know, two different attitudes and moods in there. So I love the way this double exposure turned out. I like what she's doing with her lips too. I can't do that no matter how hard I try. So pretty talented. Kodak Ektar 100 again on the Nikon FE2. Nikon FE2 is like my favorite camera to use at that time period. So, alright, this is a good one actually. This is when I was shooting the Sedona video and I stayed in a hotel, and Audrey and I found this little fountain thing outside and we thought it'd be cute to take a photo in front of it. So I loaded up some Kodak Gold 200. We took a photo outside there, and I love the way that this image turned out. I like that it looks a little bit washed out, even though that's not something typically people would go for. But it was like 7 in the morning. It was a little bit cloudy. The sun wasn't hitting us yet because we were on top of a mesa. Love the way that looks a lot, and I like the colors. How I'm like black and gold and she's color. And you guys saw this in a video. This was the first video I released. We went to Horseshoe Bend for the video. I took this photo on a Nikon FE2, and I just like all the gold, and the water's flowing down there, but you can't really see any like big flows, so it looks still almost. It like makes it seem just peaceful, like everything's okay. I also like that it's a vertical shot. It kind of looks like some stupid inspirational quote should be on there, like just keep moving or something like that you'd see some middle-aged mom frame in her house and like reference it when she's trying to get her kids to do homework. So that's a really weird analogy to put with this photo, but I'm gonna stick with it. But yeah, Kodak Portra 400, Nikon FE2. If you want to see this photo again, you can go back and look at my first video and you'll see it in there along with the other ones. Yeah, this was when we were shooting the Sedona video, which I'll have linked in the description, but I chose this photo because I like the way the red rocks turned out, and the sun was already up a little bit. I like her outfit. I'm a huge fan for black. Love the color. I also like how she's using my Super 8 camera to capture it. I think it's a Canon 514 XL, so she's just using that, and I kind of like the way it's an image of film being shot on film. I accidentally mirrored it. I scanned it wrong, which you could see in the no parking zone, but I still like the way it turned out, so I'm pretty proud of this one. I also like her hair because the sun's behind her. It's like shining off, just makes her look glowing. This was in, the last one was Kodak Portrait 400 on 120 on the Yashica D. So yeah, this one I took a roll of black and white film, just loaded it in, tried to shoot as many as I could, and I kind of spam shot it because I needed the Canon for another video. So put some T-Max in on the Canon, shot around the house with the flash. I like this picture of Audrey because she's just like casually sitting there and smiling, enjoying herself. This was in Arizona. I think the next day we shot a video of some sorts, but love that video. I'll probably do a black and white video soon if I come around to it. Next photo. I did a photo shoot for my friend Austin on the left and Kaylee on the right. It was their 1-year anniversary in November, So I shot a roll of film for them on Fuji Xperia Extra 400. We went to Lake Mary in Flagstaff, Arizona. I took my Nikon FE2 and I posed them in as many ways as possible, and there were a lot of photos I liked on this film. Before I chose which one to put in the video, I consulted them and they said they were okay with this one. So they were okay with the others too, but I'm glad they chose this one because I really like this one and the way they're both smiling. Austin has a great smile and you can see his jawline in there. So I'm glad that got captured well. And I also think their colors fit well together. There, you can see the water in the background. So there's that one. That was November. Oh, this was in a video. Yeah, this was in the Sedona video. So this is just towards the end. I went to the bottom of some bridge and I really like the way the word wonder was written, and you can kind of see it streaking down. And behind it, there's like a river that flows through. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe like Oak Creek or something. But I love the way it looks. I love the way it's written. I'm a big sucker for spray paint. Yeah, I like Sedona too. So that one made me happy to take. This one was in a video. I think it was in the third video I released. This was my favorite photo from that because I didn't do a great job of taking the photos for this video, but I do think this one turned out the best. And also it has my birthday in the bottom left. It's on March 16th, that's my birthday. So kind of felt like this was especially made just for me. And I like that it says Charmin. It's just toilet paper with a face, and for some reason there's a B on it. It makes me happy. This was a Lomochrome purple. This is like the first experimental film I shot. Probably gonna shoot some more in the future. I have double film bubblegum waiting to be used, but I like this photo the most because it was in, I think, Leo, Korea, that beach in Malibu. And I don't like when people restrict dogs because dogs are amazing, and some dogs are like more well behaved than toddlers can be. So I don't know. I'm glad I took this photo because it kind of makes me upset because like I want to take my dog there now. That was in a video. It's in the 5th video I released, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. Link will be in the description. This is the last one. This was in December of 2020. I shot Fujicolor C200 on the Nikon FE2, and I kind of like that this is the last photo I'm choosing for this video because it's the end of 2020, and like what better to signify that, just a shopping cart down and out. But yeah, pretty funny. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. Like and subscribe if you did. I'll be getting some more videos out soon. If you guys have any questions, you can also DM my Instagram at any time at Chase_long_last_name. You can suggest video ideas, or if you want me to shoot a certain type of film or try out a certain type of camera, I'll do my best. Or if you just want to learn more, just hit me up. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.